Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tuesdays with Nick. So listen, if you've just gotten your new home and it's pretty much empty and kosong right now, but you really want to spruce it up and really make it beautiful, but your wallet and bank account are begging you, please stop the pain. Don't worry. This week, Nick Tan is going to share with you 7 ways how to beautify your home without breaking the bank. Let's go. Alright, let's get into it. Number 1, it doesn't cost much to do a DIY fresh coat of paint and it can be amazing. Price range $80 to $250 depending on the paint you use. Of course, brushes, thinner, all this stuff, you gotta take care of that. Okay, if you got walls that are yellowing and black dirty mark like this and your missus is complaining that the paint is very old and ugly, just go out of your comfort zone and slap on a new coat of color. And why stop at that? Go to 2-3 colors if your color matching okay lah. If you colorblind like me, then cannot. So here's an image of a before and after the same room. Check out, in the original space, the walls are a little bit bland. Curtain also okay, so near light also. But look at this, boom! After the change, everything is chic and black and what the carpentry also changed. And then you got artwork going at the back. What's this, Golden Gate Bridge? Very nice. Okay, let's compare the cost to effort reward. If you're going to buy paint and paint yourself, this will typically cost you somewhere between $80 to $250 depending on how large your home is, right? But if you just want to paint one room, usually it will cost you $200 to maybe $500 even, depending on the type of paint, the complexity of what you paint. Let's say you want to paint the wall with color, texture, so on and so forth, then that may cost you a little bit. So really think about it and plan carefully before you go for this one. Number 2, wall decor. You can never go wrong with wall decor. Check it out. 𝗲𝗍𝗶𝘀𝗀. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Painting clocks, picture frames, even mirrors. If you're looking to add a little bit more, I would say, character and context to your home in terms of your personality and vibe, this is always the fastest way to do it, and it's very, very cheap. You can go on to online platforms like Shopee, 42, Taobao, just to name a few, where you can go on and just see very cost-efficient items. It can really fill the space and really change the mood and vibe. If you're still not convinced, then take a look at these homes. Dog non-inclusive in this photo. It really changes the mood and the vibe with the black chic frames over here, and check out the plants that will contrast to it, and the very thin leg stands over here. Very, very beautiful contrast. The monochrome thing is really working for this. Okay, if you're a really fixer-upper kind of guy and a handyman, then you might consider doing more hands-on work by getting stuff that you can put together on your own. And you can really consider shelves, because they're also wall decor that can very easily make your home look amazing. They're easy to customize, and you can really just get creative with your DIY designs. You can very well end up with an awesome looking shelf just like this. People usually pay like $100 for. This is totally DIY, very nice, like a honeycomb kind of thingy, and it doesn't have to be expensive. Number 3, plants. So for a budget of $2 to $50, you can easily put in the greens to your home. This is always a timeless approach. It's cheap and you can just pop in color towards an otherwise empty house. Depending on where you shop, you can get plants as cheap as $2. But don't go your neighbor house, potong the thing, come back, put in your house. No go. Police will come. So one cheap alternative is the garden store over here. They've got very lovely variety of plants. A lot of these are very sustainable. You can really keep their live plants, right? As long as you pay enough attention in terms of light and give them enough oxygen and air and water, they are pretty much self-sufficient. Of course, if you don't trust yourself with caring and committing to these live plants, then you can also try out fake plants, which can look surprisingly lifelike. So you can get these fake plants on this site like Shein for $2.75, $2.75 Again, your wallet will thank you for it. Okay, number 4 is something very cool and I really endorse. Wallpapers. Some people would think that it's very uncommon for Singaporeans to put wallpaper because the climate may not suit it, because our country is very humid and sometimes it's very close to the sea, so on and so forth. Moisture may affect the peeling or the overall sustainability. But more and more we are seeing that Singaporeans are using wallpapers or plastered walls. But if you don't feel like putting up paintings, then you can just put on a full row of wallpaper across the wall and it will look very wise. And you can get very nice selections from Lazada, from Shein for under $50. And if it doesn't suit your taste, then you can always tear it down and plaster the thing and do again. So these are very common and very popular brick look-alike wallpaper nowadays. So if you don't want to have to pay a bomb for the brick textured featured wall to the back, you can also do this wallpaper. It is definitely a cheaper alternative. So this is more like a botanic bohemian vibe going. There's a lot of plants and greens, and it's very lovely to add life to an otherwise very concrete feel or very monochromatic home. Number 5 is lighting. Another simple but effective way to give your home a complete makeover in terms of vibe and appeal is the lighting. So I'm not just talking about normal ceiling lights or chandeliers. I'm talking about the fancy red, green, blue LED lights or galaxy pattern light, or even like sunset lights, those kind of lava lights that really set the mood inside the house. So these are multicolored lights that provide endless number of color options and designs that bounce off your wall, illuminating everything in your room, making everything look much cooler. So check out the tasteful use over here. They've run LED strip lights across the wall and then across to create a frame. Then there is a keyboard and a DJ setup over here, DJ in your room. So another context here that you can apply simple LED lighting, and this is the warm shade kind, not the cool ones. You can just layer them across the carpentry beneath the shelves just like this to create mood for your kitchen. So this is gonna look fantastic, especially against the white background tiling over here and just right under the wood elements. So let's talk about cost. Have you seen those gamer streamer setups that use the full RGB lights pulsing in the background? It feels like it costs a lot, but actually these LED strips go for under $20 on Lazada. The best thing about these lights is that you can just stick them along the walls and line them along your furniture frames and they will look immaculate. Number 6, this costs nothing. It's called rearranging your furniture and decluttering stuff that don't belong in your room. So you wouldn't believe how different your room can look after decluttering all the junk and unwanted stuff. There's always a very big difference for your home to shine, because in this scenario, I like to say less is more. Check it out. So this is before, and then voila, after. Check it out. It's the same room, exact same room, just change the shade in the paint. The bed obviously newer lah. And then change the furniture to a circular, small dining like tea set area over here. It definitely can look as immaculate as this, just gotta put in something little. But let's talk about the decluttering here. The whole process is about doing that Marie Kondo thing. Take a piece of furniture and then ting, throw away. That's basically about it. There's never a time where you ting, keep, no, ting, throw away. The understanding is if it sparks joy, keep it. Majority of old furniture, no spark joy, just do it. Number 7, carpets and rugs. This is something I love a lot. A lot of times your flooring is super plain, or in I would say a older home, you might see cracks and yellowing along the the grout line between tiles. One thing that can really complement your home is by adding a little bit of texture, a little bit of color, a little bit of size difference and geometrics to your flooring, and you will see a magnificent change in the mood. So what's even better is with a little bit of luck, these carpets and rugs are things that you can actually get for second-hand or free. So there are actually kind of giveaway second-hand furniture groups on Facebook that you can check out. I'm pretty sure Carousel has this kind, and check with your local orders. Otherwise, stay tuned to Selling Singapore giveaways. If you're not so lucky, do not panic. There are also very affordable floor pieces that you can get a really good deal out of for just under $80. You can get very good quality, good size rugs right off $42. If you're feeling a little brave about your budget, you can even get quality carpet for your living areas for just under $200, and the options are endless. I actually like to get a lot of our rugs from Taobao or from Shopee. these Chinese manufactured rugs really give you a lot of selection in terms of design and contrast, and they are made to look very quality atas. So we have reached the end of this episode. If you have other ways to save and beautify your home, please drop it in the comment section below. I think everyone will be very grateful to you. See you in the next video.